previous video, you guys have seen that we have downloaded the software, the Anaconda Navigator individual version from the website, and now let's just start downloading it on our local system. Okay, so my system is a Windows system, so the downloading that I will be following will be the complete using this settings. Okay, and it's just a simple installation. You just simply have to click on the recommended settings. It's just for me, and then simply the default location of where the software will be installed, and then register Anaconda 3 as my default Python 3.9 version. Okay, so that would be automatically installing also on my system too. So let's just wait a second. And one more thing, we will be using Anaconda Navigator and the Google Colab, vice versa, but most probably when we will be dealing with the basic stuff of Python, then we'll try to focus on the basic. We will try to use the simplest form of the medium by which you can just easily execute your code and see the output that you guys have on your screen. Okay, so you, one of the things that I personally feel about learning the journey of any programming language is that most of the systems are not that much capable enough to install the recommended software. So for that purpose, what we normally used to do is we just ran away from learning the things. Okay, so Google Colab is somehow like super preferable in a way that you can just simply execute some small tiny pieces of your code and you can just start practicing it. But in case if you want to have like a full record of the things, then Google Colab would be most probably would be using the internet services. The code would be live and would be stored on your Google Drive, and by which you can just simply log in and then access your code, and that would be portable enough that you can just access that code anywhere. And in the Anaconda thing, that would be installed on your local system. The codes would be like the files would be saved on your local memory, so it would be somehow stick to your own personal PC. Okay, and one reason is that thing, and the other one is that Python is basically famous for the data science part. Although people have been using the different frameworks of these languages, but I mean, like somehow the hype that Python has right now in the market is just because of its high usability in these domains like machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, this kind of stuff. So for that purpose, people normally try to use the cloud services, and Google Colab is somehow related to that cloud service. So by cloud, I mean like the powers, the specification of the system that would be like the state of the art, and our local systems are like limited to the powers or the limited to the resources that we have just bought and paid for. But the clouds are like super robustly changing, and you just pay for subscription fee, and then you can just easily use that cloud service. Okay, and so I guess it's taking a bit time, so let me just pause the video and we'll come back when the download gets complete. Okay, so we are done with the installation now, and now let's just click on this next option and then next again, and then yeah, we want to Anaconda individual edition tutorial. We don't want to open that thing, and then getting started with Anaconda. Okay, now finishing this thing, and now let's just see what the installation window comes up. Okay, so let me just go over, and I guess it's turning on itself or what, but let's just go into the starter menu and open the Anaconda ourselves. And now, so Anaconda is loading right now. And yep, So we have our Anaconda machine, Anaconda software up and ready here. So let me just give you a little bit walkthrough over this. Okay, so if you go over these environment area, then there you can just create some different environments. And what do I mean by environment? Then that means, like, if you are just using some different types of built-in libraries, built-in you can call it like built-in big programs, then you don't want to really hurt your computer itself. And you just create some different environment for it. Let's just say if I'm just doing some particular work for a particular client, then I will be creating a different environment for that client, and I will be using all the things, all the packets, all different types of programs in that particular environment, so that whenever I'm just using my Anaconda for another client, so the previous client's work and even the softwares that I need for that particular project to run, so I might not end up hurting them, so I just create some different environment for it. Okay, and it's just automatically updating the packages. Okay, and let's just move towards the Anaconda. So this is the environment part that I was talking about, and you can just simply go and create an environment, just name that environment. Okay, and what version of Python you are interested in using. Let's just say if I'm just writing here that intro Python, and then I have to select the version of the Python here. Okay, and then let's just move towards our learning part. So initially what you have to do is we just have to simply have to get familiar with this spider software. Okay, and in later on version we'll be using that Jupyter notebook thing. Okay, and by the way, the Google Colab software that we are using would be completely having an interface just like this Jupyter notebook. Okay, so you guys don't get confused to that part. Okay, and let me just turn this spider on again. And okay, I have an activation code. Now my spider software is getting ready now, and let's just create a simple program. Okay, to print something on the screen. Okay, so my spider is here, and I don't want to go over or anything, so let me just create a new file, going to the file, then creating a new file, and then removing that piece of code right here. Okay, and now what I just want to write is like print. So print is a Python function, okay, to print anything to the screen, and I'm just writing a message. So in order to write a message, what I have to use, I have to use single quotations or double quotations and then write my message. So this is our first program in Python, and we are doing great. Okay, now just pressing Ctrl S or just simply saving this document. I just want to save my file, so my file would be like first program dot py. So py would be an extension for the Python file. The system would be taking this particular file as related to the Python programs. Okay, so my first program is ready. Now let's just run it. So in order to run my code, I just have to click on this file. Okay, and then execute the current console. Okay, then run it, and now I have my message here. If you can just come over this part of the screen, then I have my message here printed on the screen. One more amazing thing about this particular compiler is that if I just want to run any particular line, let's just say if I want to run like print my name is Kazi, and then I have like a different line. Let me just spell the print again. Okay, so let's just say if I'm like my name is David. Okay, so let's just say if I want to run this specific line, so I just have to press shift enter, and the whole program get executed. And if I want to, I mean, like if I want to just execute this particular line, so what I have to do is run selection or current line. Okay, the shortcut for that key would be F9. Okay, so this is the current line that I've just run. Okay, if I'm just using shift enter, that would be executing my whole program here. So this is the output window here. Okay, and we'll be using this spider, not in the beginning. We'll be using Colab in the beginning, but just want to tell you guys that if you guys want to practice all of the things, assignments and all of the exercise questions on your local system, then that would be an awesome thing. And if you are interested in learning more about the Google Colab, then we'll be using that Google Colab throughout this session. Okay, now let's just say if I have like this file turned off. Okay, and just want to save the changes too, because I have added two new print line here. So what I want to do is I just want to open my file which I just created. Okay, and how I can do that, go to the recent file for, or just you go to the open file, and then I will be looking at the program file, first program, and then I can just look at those files. Okay, and here I have my file up and ready here. Okay, and if you guys are like interested in learning a bit about this Anaconda software, then you can go to this learning part, and then there are like ton of things here to learn different things. And the environment thing will be creating the environment when we go in further deep down classes of Python. Okay, and but for the introduction Python part, won't be using this environment part. Just take on this spider software and this Google Colab thing, because this sorry Jupyter notebook thing, because we'll be using the Jupyter notebook in the context of Google Colab. Okay, and that's all in this class, and I hope you all of you guys have like this Anaconda software installed on your system. And thank you so much guys, bye.